Hey, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I am Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC Fight Night, Rockhold versus Bisping, that was taking place in Australia. It was an amazing fight card, top to bottom. There were 11 fights on this card. All 11 had finishes, which in my opinion makes it one of the greatest fight cards of all time. You had some of the good guys win, some of the bad guys win, clash of the titans and the middleweights. It was just amazing. Yeah, so, wow. Oh, man. Okay, so this is a post-fight show for the rundown of the 4-fight main card. Yeah, let's get started. Let's get started with the one that kicked off the main card, which was Soa Paleli and Walt Harris. Wow, exciting clash of heavyweights. Yeah, this, I called it perfect. I knew Soa would mix things up, and Walt Harris would try to keep it standing and try to pretty much box with Soa Paleli, and it didn't work. Soa has good striking, he's fast for a heavyweight, and sure enough, second round he wins by TKO punches. Yeah, Soa Paleli, he's been fairly consistent in the UFC since coming back, and he's been looking good. Yeah, so the first round was just a back and forth battle. Then the second round, it was fairly late in the second round. He gets TKO punches and finishes them, gets the victory. Now Soa is really back on track for sure. And Walt Harris, well, I hope he hangs in there. And yeah, wow, amazing card. And that was the fight that kicked off the main card. So let's get to the next fight, which is in the middleweight division. And this one was, yeah, Robert Whitaker and Clint Hester. Now, finally I got it right, because I am always picking the guy that's going against Clint Hester to win. I like Clint Hester, but I always look at him, well, he's a boxer turned MMA fighter, and he's just going to try to box. So thus he's going to lose. But Clint Hester, for the longest time, was winning matches in the UFC and really proving all the doubters wrong. And he's still talented. Robert Whitaker had good striking. He was able to stay in the pocket with Clint Hester and keep things going. And he mixed things up. He threw some good combinations. Yeah, Robert Whitaker, he won by TKO, second round, knee and punches. Yeah, he really mixed up that Muay Thai. It was great. And I'm a fan of both these guys. I like Robert Whitaker, I like Clint Hester. It was real interesting to see Robert Whitaker at middleweight. I'm so used to seeing him at the lighter weight classes and that. And Clint Hester, well, he's always been middleweight pretty much. And wow, yeah, this was just a great fight in the middleweight division. Yeah, so Robert Whitaker is really looking good right now, and it was an impressive win against a really highly skilled Clint Hester, especially in that stand-up department. So that was a second round finish in the middleweight division. The first fight was second round finish in the heavyweight division. Now we get on to the co-main event. The co-main event was Al Iaquinta and Ross Pearson in the lightweight division. This was also just, wow, a really exciting match. And this is the only fight on the main card where I got my pick wrong. I picked Soa to win, I picked Robert Whitaker to win, and I'll get to the co-main event. Yeah, get to the main event in just a minute. But yeah, this co-main event was Al Iaquinta, Ross Pearson, lightweight bout. And I thought Ross Pearson would knock out Al Iaquinta in the first or second round. Man, Al Iaquinta, he's a beast to look out for. since losing on season 15 of the Ultimate Fighter finale to Michael Chiesa, he's really learned from that loss and really bounced right back into things. And he's had, a couple hiccups along the way, but nothing that he couldn't shrug off. So, Ali Quinta wins second round, TKO punches, and the first round he really hung in there with Ross Pearson. Ross Pearson was really looking good, and yeah, it was just Ali Quinta's night, and Ali Quinta, he was able to rock Ross Pearson and then just capitalize off that. It was pretty amazing. So yeah, Ali Quinta wins TKO punches round 2. Then we get to the main event, which was Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping. This was a middleweight bout, 5-rounder middleweight bout, main event. But we didn't need 5 rounds. This one also ended in the second round, early on in the second round too. Great fight. I picked Luke Rockhold to win this one, but I like Bisping too. Yeah, and Luke Rockhold won, second round submission. It was, a guillotine choke. And it didn't take long for him to submit him too. I mean, once he rocked Michael Bisping, he pretty much jumped on his back and sunk in that guillotine choke, and that's all she said, as they say. And the first round was Luke Rockhold finding his range, using his reach, and landing some good clean shots on Michael Bisping. And Michael Bisping was just dazed and confused. And I ain't talking about the movie. Yeah, this was such a great fight though. Great rivalry. They had a war of words before the match. In the weigh-ins and all the pre-fight hype, it was exciting. I was amped up for this match, and it lived up to it. Yeah, so Luke Rockhold, he just was looking great in the stand-up department the whole first round. Then the second round starts. He continues what he's doing, rocks Bisping, sinks in that guillotine choke. It was a really impressive performance, and I say give Luke Rockhold the title shot or #1 contender match at this point. I mean, he's definitely earned it. You look at that UFC middleweight top 10 list, and he's beat a lot of those guys pretty cleanly too. So good job, Luke Rockhold. Hang in there, Michael Bisping. And that wraps up the post-fight show for Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping. And stay tuned for my next episode, which will be about Mauricio Shogun Rua and Ovince St. Preux in Brazil. So until then, see ya.